Hey everyone, have you ever wondered if we're living in a simulation? Well, let's just imagine we are for a moment. How do you feel about it? Would you say it's running smoothly? Would you look around you and say, this is a lovely simulation to be in? I highly doubt it. Personally, I look around and think, dang, who wrote this thing? I see a lot of programming errors. However, maybe that was the intention. Maybe that's how it's supposed to be and we don't have any say in the matter because we're stuck in it. Guess we'll just deal with it. Well, I disagree with that. I believe that in this simulation, we have free will. Even if everything happens for a reason and everything was meant to be, I believe that it is our free will that makes it so. Now, this can be a hard concept to wrap our heads around. If everything is already preordained, how can we have free will? Because we believe we do. So what is the power of belief going to do for us if everything is predestined? I believe, and there's that belief word again, I believe that whatever you choose to believe about this whole thing called life is what determines your fate. So what do I mean by this? I mean that in this simulation, you have the power to either sit on your ass or get up and do something. Anything, just do something as long as it's not making the simulation worse. That's what taking responsibility and determining your own fate is. Now, if you do make things worse, then your programming clearly needs to be rewritten, or else you just remain an error in the code that needs to be deleted. Does that sound harsh? The simulation has ways of making this happen, so I, for one, would rather be rewritten. And before you say, what? Why would you want a higher power, aka the programmers, to do that? First, hear me out. Since I believe I have free will in this simulation, I'm going to do the rewriting myself. I'm going to do the work on myself. I'm going to change the programming so I can help rewrite the entire simulation. In other words, since I have free will, I'm not going to sit on my butt and I'm going to do something because for too long, I haven't done anything and I sat on my ass. So then, what does that make me? It makes me the programmer of my own simulation. Now that's a whole lot of power right there. And if you don't believe that we could be programmers of the simulation we're in, then let me ask you, what has the government, the world's corporations, the religious institutions, the educational systems, etc., been doing all along? They've been programming us. Why? Because we gave them that power and they took it happily. It's time for us to take it back. Now, just as a side note, my perspective can seem pretty bleak sometimes. So please don't get me wrong. There are many beautiful things in this reality. I am not blind to all the love this world and universe contains. I just want to see a whole lot more of it and rewrite the bad programming. So as a finale, let me ask, even if this were all an illusion, what does it even matter? I mean, really, we're still living in it. It's what we know and it's where we are for the time being. So let's all quit sitting on our butts and stand up and make a change for ourselves and for the world. All right, we'll talk soon. Peace.